I have a couple things written down. I have two new ones from. I have two from the new set, three from Streets, and two from old.
I don't know. What are you feeling?
I say we just get the new ones done and then go back to Streets after. We should
All
just
right.
probably do Ragadraga and Myrkul, like the guy that turns your creatures into enchantments, and then
Um, you know what? We haven't built like yeah. Let's do Myrkul because I think Raga Draga would be pretty easy because we know creatures pretty well.
Well, it's probably just gonna be elves and then big stuff. So, yeah, we know green really well, so it's gonna be a lot of elves though. We're gonna have to look into some of that after. But so what are we naming Myrkul?
Um, he's a goth Disney princess because it's everybody becomes an enchantment. They're all enchanting.
Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do with this deck? So
So
we definitely play like Cetessan champion, like the ones that work with tokens, right?
yeah,
Like that
we
say enter.
also
What's the Eidolon?
Iolana
Blossom.
Blossoms.
What else do? Okay, and then the combo is it's devoted druid,
Devoted
right?
Druid. Yeah, and Barton Medic is kind of a combo. Yeah, wait, Baron. Yeah, and then Cinder Haze Wretch are like the three. So one makes mana, one puts -1 counters. Though it makes someone discard a card. The other one prevents damage. So that way you can basically rip every card out of everybody's hand.
Uh huh. So
Um,
what are we gonna play as sack outlets like Journey to Eternity, or what's
well,
the
that's not a stack outlet. That's the if it,
Evolutionary Leap.
yeah. You could run some pod stuff like Birthing Pod. Um,
We could do birthing.
we just keep potting, getting to good stuff.
Also, I mean, we could just play like Ash Nods or something.
Um,
Also,
Sanctum Weaver seems really gross in this.
I like Perilous Forays. The thing that gets lands. You can sack a creature, search your library for a land. And it gets basic land types, so it can get like
Yeah.
dual lands.
Oh, Sterling Grove, because it protects them. It gives them Shroud.
Wait, hold on though. Hold on though. So the thing about this is, if they need to target themselves in some
They
way,
don't. They don't.
okay.
The -1 counter thing, so just puts a -1 counter on them to untap them.
And then you said, what was the
Sanctum Weaver.
Sanctum
Because
Weaver?
Sanctum Weaver is really cool because if it dies, it loses its summoning sickness because it's an enchantment, not a creature.
Mm-hmm.
So you could activate it right away. Doomwake Giant also probably is pretty good in this. Oh, Visceraseer, our best sack outlet.
Yeah, because it can turn into an enchant. You could just have it sack itself.
Now, do we want to go Parallel Lives and Oyster Procession
Yes.
and double the amount of we get? Are we going to be that person that plays Elishnorn? You deal with it. It's now an enchantment. Elish -2, -2.
I mean, we could.
You know, maybe it's not as good, but like like we just were talking about it. How
An exclamation. I like an exclamation.
Oh wait, no, that's really good too. So it just kind of depends. Like,
This is the problem. Is like, what direction do you go?
we could build. We could almost build like a. Ooh. So we have the enchantment package. I think that kind of that we care about. Um.
Sidisi's kind of funny, right?
Oh, because you exploit something.
Well, she could exploit herself and then become an enchantment and then exploit something else, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know if is that good enough to. I don't know. What do you think?
Um.
I would like privileged position because that protects everything.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then there's also greater oromancy.
Oh, Vivian of the Hunt is the new planeswalker. That's the pod effect.
Yeah, I like her.
What if instead of playing mana ramp, we actually play mana dorks? Because if they die, they immediately become basically enchantment ramp.
That sounds pretty good to me. So like Bloom Tender.
Oh wait, I gotta read how he's worded.
What's the name of the dude that we were just talking about?
Sorry, which one?
The guy that's the other Bloom Tender.
Oh,
Birds of Paradise.
Faebarrow Elder, I think. Yep. Steve in this deck, because he sacrifices him, dies, becomes an enchantment, but you can then immediately sack to get a land. Thank you.
Outland Liberator.
What's that one?
It's the one that sacks itself to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. And it turns.
That's kind of cool because it kind of ends up coming back as like, okay.
It's just kind of like a double pop, I guess. And then
probably just run like some generic removal stuff.
what kind of draw should we play? Like Moldervine Reclamation? Or does that even work?
But the thing is, it doesn't work as well.
Because it says you may exile it.
Yeah, because we do get it from Eidolon. That's true. We could choose not to have them die if we really.
No, I'm just like, what kind of draw do we play? Like, do we just play like a Beast Whisperer or like a? What do we play? Like, we're still gonna cast a lot of creatures, but also, what are the ramp creatures? What's the one with hexproof?
Sylvan Caryatid.
Yeah, I like that. Any other ones you can think of? I got birds. Guess we could play Selvala, because our commander's a 7/5.
That's not bad. I guess the question is like, how do you want to win?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because so they all become enchantments. We need a way to actually like kill them. Unless we just build like a really hard like control deck and just kind of slowly grind them out with just slowly potting up to bigger and bigger creatures. We're also in like any of the colors for like the mono black or black Shananes to like come back. Wait, whoa, wait, what? Yeah, look at something real quick. Oh, Tom, did you know Twilight Prophet was hit the list?
What?
Twilight Prophet is now $10 because it was a list print. They just did a list printing for it.
Are you saying you want to play it?
No, I'm just saying like I might want to just pick one up while it's like $10.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, there you go. We can run that. That's a good way to potentially kill people and draw some cards. I was like scrolling down through like just good creatures and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm going through like the CMC the list. Tender Shrew Dryad's kind of cool. I mean, it just makes a token every turn, but
I'm thinking this deck needs like Demonic Tutor and Diabolic to like try and just win.
definitely probably have to like really theory craft around like how we want to go for doing like the pod builds. So because there's no real like besides tokens, we don't have any zero drop creatures. What about like Mother Runes as like a creature to sack?
Sounds good.
Because then the enchantment is active right away and can give stuff protection.
Guess just like Phyrexian. Black Market.
You can even build this like really high and competitive like stacksy list where like you could put like stacks enchantments, which I hate.
Oh, where like you play like a Drannith Magistrate and sack it, and now it's an enchantment.
Yeah, and then that gets you like like an opposition agent or like a Kamal or something, or Eidolon of Rhetoric.
Are we a Skull Clamp deck? Probably.
Yeah, if we're gonna keep sacking things,
But does that work when they get exiled?
then oh no, it doesn't. Actually, no. Yes, it says if it would, whenever a creature you control dies, you may exile it. So it still has to die, because it says if it would die,
It's a
exile it
trigger,
instead.
right?
Yeah, so I
So
still
does
think
that
that
mean?
triggers.
So does Moldavine Reclamation work with them then?
Yes, and I think then actually all death triggers do actually work with it. So like the Blood Arsons, Zulaport Cutthroats do work. But the thing is, we're probably not going to keep them as like creatures too much.
Should we just play like? I guess Beast Whisperer is fine. Like that's always fine because we're gonna have a lot of creatures.
I mean, also we have the infinite mana combo, so we could also just potentially just like, oh yeah, we just
We
run
should
like
add a Walking Ballista as one of the good.
yeah, we do Walking Ballista. We'd also run Hangerback as just a way to Hangerback. Sorry, brain. What's the card called that just kills people?
Wait, should we just play Heliod too then as like another? That's not bad, right? Just playing as another combo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what my brain isn't working. What's it called? Tormented Hailfire.
What's the new Heliod called? Oh yeah, Torment. Yeah, that's right.
Because we have infinite mana. Maybe we just need some payoffs, and like we just have to find.
Also,
Let's just run like
Mana
every creature
Reflection,
tutor.
Mana Reflection, and Mirari's Wisdom, probably.
Yeah, we would just find every single way to get Devoted Druid into play, as easy and as possible. Because thing is, we could kill it to itself.
So should we play Sidisi then? Or no?
Maybe like getting a.
Should we play Phyrexian Reclamation? You think?
I don't know, because I think they're all going to go enchantments, and they're all going to go into exile.
Also, what do you think about like well then like Seasons Past, I guess, right?
Wait a minute.
Seasons Past is fine. Alligator Recovery and Eternal Witness. What about like should we play Finale? That's another way to kill everybody. Finale. I can also play Grim Tutor. Tutor.
We could probably kill ourselves with Scoot Swarm because if it dies and becomes an
Wait, so
enchantment,
then you think Skull Clamp? You think?
yeah,
Should we play any more sack outlets too?
we could play Yawgmoth. God, he's so expensive now.
Sounds good. Should we play any more die triggers matters? Like, what do you think about Grim Horror Spec or like Midnight Reaper?
I like the draw, like potential drawing.
What about Meat Hook? What about Meat Hook
Me
Massacre?
Mihawk has a lot of really cool value.
Because it's whenever a
It,
creature you control dies, each opponent loses. Well, I want the gain, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain a life. What about like Zulko? Do you think Meat Hook or no?
I like Blood Artist the most just because it's any creature.
Well, I like Zulport the most because it's any creature you control.
But I
then,
think we don't have as many creatures that's going to continuously reset because we're going to be exiling them a lot of time and making them enchantments.
should we just play them both? Because they kind of both
Yeah.
become like Bastion or Meat. Like, just play this and Blood Artist for some life gain. What about if we played like is Veto bad?
We can't. I guess it wouldn't be. It depends, though. I guess because
What if we played like him and like Exquisite Blood or something?
I guess we could have that as an alternate win combo, like the Exquisite Blood combos.
Just like another way to like.
And it does fall into our enchantments stuff.
Because the thing I like about Exquisite Blood is it's just a way to gain life with our creatures.
This is probably 100% going to need to be a Heroic Intervention Teferi's Protection deck, because if we lose our tokens to like something silly like a Psych Rift, we're probably in trouble.
Are we a Soul Ring and Endless Decanter? You think like a Thought Vessel or no? Oh, do we want Skull Clamp? Do we say yes?
Yeah, we can do Skull Clamp.
I think Skull Clamp's probably fine. As long as we're playing enough sack outlets, I think. And Phyrexian Tower. And Grim Backwoods. Oh, are there any like things that sack permanents that would be good? Oh, and High Market too. Let's play High
You play a Sarah Sanctum.
Market. Yeah. No.
Well, it's only like $400, $330.
Uh-huh. We can just play like what's that white enchantment called that's just really that you've been playing?
Smuggler's Share.
Yeah, we can play that. Share smothering tithe, I guess. I don't
think we need it. We're green. That's for decks who don't have green.
I guess. We're also like a weird green deck that might need draw, but I mean we could play Sylvan Library, I guess. It's like Sylvan
You could also just play a Phyrexian Arena.
I got that.
Oh, okay.
There's no other ones that draw when they enter, right?
No, they're all cast.
Oh, we should play Phyrexian Altar.
We also run a Sphere safety, make it really hard to attack us.
Oh, I like that actually.
What about Starfield of Nyx? Because it kind of makes
them back into creatures.
Oh no,
right?
Never mind. It won't work.
Because they're tokens.
It's equal, and it's also their base power is equal to their mana cost, so they would just die immediately.
No, they copy their mana cost. They don't have 0 mana
Oh,
cost,
right,
right?
that's right. They are their copies. So I guess yeah, it would basically make them all creatures again.
Yeah, but then if they died again, then nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not. I haven't been a fan of that. Actually, cut it from 2 also. Do we want to play Sidisi, or should we play our removaling creatures as well, like Ravenous Chupacabra? You think?
They're kind of cool because they do re-enter as enchantments and then trigger again and can have more targets.
That and Noxious Gearhulk, I always love Noxious Gearhulk. And then I've liked the Druid of Pure. Like this boy recently. And also Outland Liberator has been overperforming in everyone's decks that I've been seeing play it. Outland Liberator has been very good. Okay, getting into the saving yourself, but so Beast Within, Generous Gift, Assassin's Trophy, Stun Making.
You know, this deck almost kind of reminds me of a weird pseudo Muldrotha, where instead of like casting them again, they're just staying around to do stuff.
Yes. English Stun Making, and then Teferi's Protection and Heroic. Is there any other big creatures we want to play to do stuff? Like that would be annoying as like, is there any low cost creatures that would be annoying with their effects as an
Well,
enchantment?
I was thinking because we are playing pod, it's not super hard to get into higher costing stuff.
But like, what would be good? Like we have Nyx Bloom. We like what else would we want to play?
We just want to make sure that we do have creatures that we go into.
Should I play more ramp, like low cost ramp? Right now I have we have Sylvan, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of 7, 8. I think we could play. You think a little more?
Yeah, we could probably still just do like the straight hard ramp too, just in case worse comes to worse.
Like what would you want to play?
Well, like probably like the Far Seek Nature's Lore 3 visits.
You think those? I'd probably rather do like Wood Elves, right? Like
Oh,
the
shoot.
creatures, yeah. For that 1 extra mana, just getting a lot more value. And what's the new dinosaur called? Territorial
Is it like Stomper?
Stomper? Is that what it is? Stomper?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Terra Stomper? No, that's not.
No, I gotta look it up. I don't remember what it's called. Probably want it in like this. Yeah. Oh, it's Topiary Stomper.
Topiary Stomper. There we go. Cool. So I like those. And now I think we're good. Any other interaction we want to play? We are playing 31 creatures, so like could do Aura Shards. Aura Shards is always good. Any other just like good enchantments we would want to play? Like for value or anything?
Oh, we probably could still just generically play a Beast Whisperer. We still have a lot of creatures in the deck.
Yeah, I already tossed that in a while.
Or a Zendikar Resurgent, just for a little bit extra mana too.
Okay. I already have Morori's Wake and Mana Reflection, but we can honestly cut the Wake for Zendikar.
Isn't that how it usually goes? Remember when Mirari's Wake was like the go-to?
Yeah. Now Nixplamation and like I like Zendikar just so much better. Okay, so do you want to play like Guardian Project or like the Great Henge or something? Oh, do you want to play more die trigger draw? Like, do you want to play like Midnight Reaper or like Grim Harsbeck? But the thing is like Guardian
They don't
Project
trigger
is
it.
Guardian Project is just better more of the time, right? Because those
Yeah.
are just gonna trigger one time, right?
Uh-huh.
So then, do you want like a Guardian Project or something? Still like 31 creatures in the deck.
Yeah, I kind of like Guardian Project.
Either that or the Great Henge. I mean, our commander's a 7/5. Okay, so. Oh, and Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Can't forget about that. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Okay, so let's get into.
What about? Oh, yeah, it's for your safety. Never mind.
Yep.
Might get to like lands or something.
Yes. So it's Temple Garden.
Urborg and Yavimaya
Oh yeah,
seems
gotta
real
get
good.
Urborg.
Reliquary Tower.
Wait, why is it not coming up? There we go. Okay.
Can't forget Command Tower.
Okay, so I got Temple Garden, and then what's the other two? It's Overgrown Tomb
And Godless Shrine.
Godless Shrine.
And we want Undergrowth Stadium. Vault of Champions. And Bountiful Promenade.
Now, recently, not $1 billion.
Yep.
Well, let me get the basics in. No.
I do think people are going to be building this as like CDH stacks, because I do see like a lot of the
Yeah.
cards being played are like in that zone, like in the lands, like there's a percentage of scrub lands, savannas, and I'm like, oh, and like City of Brass. I'm like, oh, so some people are playing this as CEDH.
Yeah, because you
just play stacks, get your commander in play, and if they deal with it, you're like, sucks, bro. Yo, I even think about damn, like that's just like the kill spell, because we could also board wipe and kill all of our own creatures, and they all become enchantments, and everybody else loses their board, and we have all of our stuff.
Balagad, Agadeem's Awakening. Always like Hagar Mauling. And Malakir for this deck, I think. Malakir Rebirth. Okay, now what are we up to? Did we get all the Battle Bond? I think we did. So now
Yes.
we're up to the Pains.
Well, I'm gonna do the slow lands first.
Oh, Slow Lands, yes.
Yeah. It's Death Cap Glade.
Death Glade.
Overgrown Farmland. And Shattered Sanctum.
Mm-hmm.
We have Llanowar. Koilos, yep. Atlanawara Wastes, and then Brushland.
Bum. What's its price? It is $12. Why? Why is the filter cheaper than the Baneland?
Because they haven't been reprinted in so long. And I think we
And
should
now
still
even the
run.
Battle Bomb land is only like $4.
Yep.
Ridiculous. What are you saying? Filters?
Do you want to do filters?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Fetid Heath. Oh god, I just was looking at today the green white one. I think it's Wooded Bastion. I don't remember what the black green one was.
Twilight Mire?
Yes, that's what it is, Twilight Mire. Because that was just reprinted, I think, in one of the commander decks.
Okay, so
I probably should run the basics for like the few little tutory people.
and we're playing 4 MDFCs, so we only have like 6 more lands.
But a lot of our ramp isn't like sorcery; it's mostly like creature ramp, and then we have like 3 or 4 things that fetch lands, and they're not just basics.
There we go. And 4 over.
That's not too bad.
Okay, so what do we think is the worst out of the... we're probably not cutting any of this, right?
Yeah, Skull Clamp's terrible, Soul Ring's terrible, Birthing Pod's trash. Let's get rid of all those.
Okay, so out of all of this, I think... I kind of like Perilous Forays. I know that it... I mean, actually, we're only playing 4... I mean, it still gets a lot. 4, 6...
I guess that's the questions when it comes down to like, do we want to see it as a sack outlet or a ramp source? And it just it is one of the more expensive sack like outlets, but it's still really good when you get to go off. But I think we might be fine without it. I don't think we need it as much.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine without it. So,
maybe we could take out the Diabolic Tutor, because honestly, we only need to hit really one of them, and just to get the Voted Druid and make Infinite Green and just do whatever we want.
yeah, but only running 3, I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, and we also have that. Because all we need is 3 mana, and it puts it into play.
I feel like this is the kind of deck that needs them, because like it doesn't look like it's doing a ton otherwise. Like, you know.
And we also have like Evolutionary Leaf to help find it if we need to.
No, this doesn't tutor. It just like.
Well, it helps you find it. Like you dig, kind of, and we'll see what you hit.
Honestly, like survival is a lot better. But it's fine.
I like how they have the new artwork for the Exile card up top, and it's
for this.
Yeah, and it's the different language.
Yes. Okay, so what do we need?
I like all of it.
This is tough. I guess Gear Hulk is a bit much. And we have like all of this. And we have the Chupacabra for like the creature stuff.
All right, yeah.
Uh,
I do like the just generic removal options of like the
yeah, same.
like Beast Within, Generous Gift, and stuff.
Yeah, which is why we play all of those. We play the 4 best that you can play in these colors, and aura shards with 30 creatures, so it's pretty good. And we still play this and the Outland Liberator plus I mean, the cool thing about Outland Liberators, you just get to pop 2 things too, which is nice. He's just very good. I think we could cut that. We don't need the black market connections. We've got other good ways to draw. That's like probably our worst one. One more card.
I kind of like you need privileged position. I think to kind of help.
Well, yeah, privilege, Sterling Grove, and Greater Ormancy are like the locks.
Because we don't have to really worry about target protecting them, because it's just like usually global protection.
Yes. Do you think Mother of Runes is too cute?
Yeah, I guess. I guess we don't really care so much about our creatures dying.
Okay.
All right, there we go.